Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the, this is for the week of July 5th. Cards are already flying out here, Libra. It's the Knight of Cups flying out there, so could be love coming in for you, but we're going to jump right in here, Libra, and we're going to see what is coming up for you. This week, if you make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what is going on for you at this time. Also, make sure to only follow the social media accounts that are linked in the pinned comment down below. There's a ton of scammers and spammers and all that other good stuff going on right now. And they're all pretending to be me and other readers and claiming that I do personal readings, which I do not do personal readings. I will also never ask you for money. So make sure that you do not follow those people and make sure to report them if they claim to be me. But Libra, you start off here with the Hermit card. So I feel for some of you, this is a pretty interesting row, like a very deep energy here, but I feel like it's in, kind of like inside of you. Moon, Ace of Cups, Devil. The Hermit can represent introspection and kind of like, doing some soul searching. And kind of whenever I have like the moon in the same row as a hermit, for example, to me, that is like a very deep kind of soul level of soul searching where you're really looking for some inner answers. You have this elephant spirit as well, which says learn from the past. I've done almost all these weekly readings this week so far, and I mean, pretty much every single sign has had something about learning from the past or experiencing the past or, whatever the case may be. We have Uranus retrograde right now, and Jupiter will be going retrograde as well. So whenever we have these retrograde heavy years, it's like pretty much every 2 years we have a retrograde heavy year, then, of course, we could be doing a lot of releasing the past. The other thing is we can be doing a lot of revealing as well. Pretty much any RE word, makes any word that starts with the letters RE is what we can experience during retrograde heavy years. And so even though retrogrades typically represent the past, they can also kind of represent the future in some ways because you can be revealing something new. And I do get that here for you. You have the Moon, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, a lot of success, but I'm seeing that as something kind of coming out. I'm getting the word bravery here on the Emperor for you. Number one, I do feel like this could be a person who's going to be very loyal coming in. I'm getting loyalty down here. I don't want to get too far off track, but it is popping into my head pretty hard, and so I do feel like there could be a very loyal person coming in for you in the future, but I also feel like that's you, Libra, again, being very brave and kind of going for things. You have the Moon, the Ace of Cups, and the Devil. I get a certain level of honesty on this Devil because I feel like you're being honest with yourself about certain things. Again, this is why I feel like this first row is pretty deep because I feel like you're being honest about things that maybe have been holding you back or, but these are like things about yourself, that you're being honest about. I feel like you're being honest about things that have been holding you back or preventing you from moving forward. Overall, I feel like this is going to create a lot of like abundance is what I'm getting here on this Ace of Cups. The reason I feel that is because the Ace of Cups is like your emotions overflowing, but I feel like it's saying that you're going to have an abundance of energy because of things kind of that are inside of you with the Moon card. For some reason, I'm seeing this as something that's inside of you. It's kind of like something that you have to learn. In a lot of ways, I feel like this first row and kind of like the whole entire reading is pretty simple. I'm really only, even though there's a good amount of detail here, as I always say, to me, there's no reason to overcomplicate readings with a bunch of random details. And what I would say here is it's pretty simple. I feel like there's some sort of breakthrough that's coming in for you here, but it's like a personal breakthrough in a lot of ways. I don't really have a good example. Since my life is YouTube, the only example I can give you is YouTube. It's like there are some YouTubers where it's like if you watch their first videos and then they become, successful or whatever, maybe they get, 100,000 subs or 1 million subs. Like I'm talking about big YouTubers here. It's like there's a difference between like when they started and when they kind of blew up, so to speak, right? And you can see it. It's like in the beginning, you can see that some of these people, they really are kind of like nervous and they care about what they're saying and all this other stuff. And then they just kind of like release, and they just stop caring. And I feel like they kind of like step into who they really are. They show them their true selves on camera, right? And I feel like, that's the best example of what I can give you here. It's almost like it's like you're becoming who you truly are, or you're revealing something here about yourself, and I feel like it's going to make you very successful, plain and simple. It's like you're living the life that you want to live, Libra. That's kind of like what I'm getting here. You have the Emperor here. Again, I feel like your path has been a little bit cloudy. And, a lot of uncertainty in the past is what you have experienced. You're moving past this uncertainty. Six of Swords, improvements, moving on, energy. And you have the Four of Pentacles. I would definitely let go of anything toxic. Pretty much everybody has had something about, like toxic things. So I would be careful of any like toxic behavior. I would be careful of any toxic substances as well. This could be like food or anything else here. It's come up for like every single sign. Sometimes I think Jupiter, with Jupiter going retrograde this year, I do feel like that sometimes like Jupiter could have to do with health in certain ways, and especially depending on where it shows up in your chart, Libra. So I would just like watch your health. I would be careful of anything toxic. Jupiter is always positive. Jupiter is always expansive, even when it's going retrograde. But kind of like when it's going retrograde, maybe it's a little bit more random, so it's like if you're drinking or doing something toxic, it could cause things to go the wrong direction, if you catch my drift here, Libra. So I would just be careful of that, but other than that, it's good reading. Next, you have the Elephant Spirit. Again, it says learn from the past. Like I said, pretty much every single sign has had something like referring to the past, or something that kind of like represents the past. So I would make sure to pay attention to anything that you've been through from the past, especially with the Devil here, because this, to me, whenever we get cards like that, this is something that could be avoided. The reading is basically saying you could easily avoid something that could happen, or you could easily avoid some sort of like disaster, right, from happening. And by disaster, I mean like maybe you've dealt with a toxic person in the past. This would say avoid dealing with that person. I'm also getting like a weird message as well, where it's like, I feel like there is, it's kind of a weird message. I feel like there is like standard advice, right, in life. I feel like it would be a good time for you to follow like the standard advice. I don't even know what the hell that means, Libra. I feel like what that message is trying to say is it's like there are certain rules that are kind of like that everybody believes, right? And I'm not saying these rules are right or wrong or whatever, because some of them probably aren't even right? But for whatever reason, I feel like this reading is saying, like, follow the typical rules, like brush your teeth twice a day, floss, all that other good stuff, involving pretty much everything. I feel like if you can do that, you're going to have a really good week for whatever reason. You have the Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Page of Wands here. It's like you're definitely ready to move forward with the Six of Swords, sorry. I feel like you're being guided at this time. This Six of Swords here in particular is a good one. I love this deck. This is like my favorite deck of all time, the Golden Tarot. But there's like a boat that's going this way, back to the choppy waters, and there's a boat with you in it going away from the choppy waters. It can be one of those things where with this card in the Golden Tarot, it says to me that some people might be around you, might be holding on to their traumas, or you could be seeing some people kind of entering into victim mode. I would just say keep going the other direction, basically, with the Six of Swords. I feel, and again, even the Nine of Wands, I feel like it's saying there's no reason for you to relive some sort of trauma. I do feel like this, again, a couple other signs have had messages very similar to this. I don't know what it is in the astrology, but it could be astrological, where people are kind of like wanting to stay stuck in a trauma, and it could be any type of trauma. It could be a breakup, or it could be anything like that. It could be anything, basically. And I feel like this is kind of like saying, put up your defenses against, people who have problems with stinking thinking, right, Libra? And I feel like you need to keep moving forward here with this energy. Again, I love this Page of Wands. There's a bunch of rabbits on it. Rabbits represent abundance and like fleetness and things moving very quickly. So I feel like as long as you keep it positive, your week will be moving forward very, very quickly. You have the Fool, new beginnings coming in for you here, Libra. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. I know where this is going, Libra. And the Devil. Yes, avoid the Devil. Avoid the past. I feel like you have a choice. You have a rabbit right here as well. On the Queen of Pentacles. You always get the Queen of Pentacles in your readings, which is funny. You're the only sign that gets the same card over and over and over again, other than Leo, but both L zodiac signs get the repeating cards, but you always have the Queen of Pentacles. Basically, it's a card of resourcefulness, and it is a card of abundance. To me, it is also a card of being at a crossroads. I wouldn't really call this a crossroads reading, but I would just say pick the new path on any choices they're making. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or I would say that you could have a person who has a lot of Capricorn in their chart coming in for you as well if you're looking for love. It could be, you have the Emperor twice as well, so it could be like an Aries with a lot of Capricorn, or it could be a Capricorn with a lot of Aries in their chart, something like that. So you have the Emperor here. Again, I'm getting like stability coming in here, but I'm also getting like more bravery type of energy off of this card. So I do feel like it is time for you to be brave and to do things that you feel are kind of brave at this time. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the King of Cups. This could be like some sort of risk that you're taking because of the Fool and the King of Cups. The King of Cups, the reason I say that he can represent taking a risk is he's normally sitting in like choppy waters. And the card kind of represents, being in choppy waters, but he is kind of perfectly fine on this card. He doesn't really care about what's going on around him. He's going to do what he's going to do regardless of like the state of the world, the state of his love life, all that other stuff. He is maintaining perfect control over his emotions. I do feel like this reading is saying, with the Emperor is kind of like very stone-faced, he's very like stoic and strong, right? So I feel in a lot of ways this reading is saying, the more you can control your emotions this week, the better. You have again, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. It's like a major wish. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, but Ten of Pentacles, as I always say, is everything you want. It is the tree of life. It is kind of like all your wishes all together. So I do feel there's like a harvest coming in for you here, Libra, with this first row. But let's see. You have the Four of Swords. Definitely, I feel like you're kind of like recovering. You have the Two of Swords here. Here's the crossroads, having a choice to make, right, Libra? And the Magician. Yeah, I feel like you need to have a new beginning. I mean, the astrology, people keep asking me, why do you always say that we should start something new? I'm like, well, just look at the astrology. Literally, the astrology is like new, and between now and 2025. So, the astrology really rewards doing something new. So, from between now and the end of 2025, literally like until 2026, I'm going to keep saying the same thing because, I feel like people need to recognize it. And I also feel like it's like the most helpful advice. If you're going to start something new over the next 5 years, 6 years, you're going to be very successful. If you're going to kind of do new things, you're going to be very successful as well. This could mean starting, jumping on new trends, could mean trying new diets for your health. It could mean anything, right? And so if you're doing anything new, you're going to be very successful, mostly because of the astrology, right? But definitely a new beginning. The Two of Swords represents going somewhere you've never been before. She has new lands behind her, and she just needs to turn around and see those new lands to be successful. So where is this going? Page of Pentacles, something new. Page of Pentacles is like having to learn about something new as well. You have the Justice card. You showing up here, Libra. I feel like you feel like out of sorts, though. I feel weird about that Justice card there. I feel like I'm kind of just like, I feel like I don't belong with this energy here. We're going to describe that in a second. Seven of Pentacles, change in direction. For a lot of you, I get like a very strong energy where some of you, it's like maybe you went to school for something and now you're having to go to school for something else. Like I get this difference kind of popping up in the reading. And so some of you might be kind of like, starting over in that sense, in the sense that you're having to like go back to school or learn a new skill or whatever. Some of you, I'm getting, could be learning a skill on your own with that Page of Pentacles, and that could lead to a lot of success. But I feel very out of place with that Justice card for some reason. Let's see where this is going. Death, major transformation that you're going through. It's like you're going through the transformation of a lifetime, is what I feel like here. King of Swords, gaining a new understanding. King of Swords is a card of knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is, I just said this to one of the other signs. I can't remember who, but knowledge is like knowing something, great, but wisdom is putting it into action. It's like actually, wisdom is like one step further. It's taking what you know and putting it into action. I feel very out of place here, Libra, in right here with the Justice card. I feel it's almost like saying that, sometimes I think we start something new and we feel like we don't belong. But it's not that we don't belong. We just don't have the wisdom yet. We just haven't made ourselves fit. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of weird because I feel like you're making yourself fit into something here, right here, just in this part of the reading. And this feels career or work related or business related to me. And there is definitely a learning curve. I would encourage you to learn because I feel like part of you feels like running away with this energy. Very strange messages, considering the cards that we have here. But I feel that there could be this temptation to run away from something. But I feel like just because you don't have the experience, it's like you have to gain experience here. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you will be very successful. A change is kind of like what you need. For a lot of you, I feel like something hasn't been working for a very long time. It's like maybe you've been trying to find a job, or maybe you've been trying to get a relationship to work. I literally feel that Seven of Pentacles is saying the change in direction is what you need. The change is what's going to make the relationship, a new relationship successful or a new business successful. So I really feel it's like just a big transformation. Six of Swords twice definitely is a major transformation. You have the Fool, which is a new beginning, and the Magician, which is a new beginning. And you have that Two of Swords as well. So pretty big transformation is what I'm going to say here. But I like it, Libra. So thank you for being here, Libra. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Libra, and definitely enjoy your week.